Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Writer's Block Party Podcast. I'm your host, R.C. Cepeda. We are a podcast about creators being creative. We come up with ideas for a movie, TV show, or product, and we get to invite you along for the journey and the process. In today's episode, we have actress, writer, and comedian Samantha Clay from Bowl Cut Comedy, and who is also one of ABC Discover's 2018 Fresh Faces. Take it away, R.C. Hi, this is Writer's Block Party. I'm your host, R.C. Here we have your co-host, Ali, and our amazing guest, Samantha.
Hi. Oh, that's Samantha. I'm not.
That's Samantha. Are you sure?
I'm Samantha. If there's any confusion.
Thank you for joining us.
Of
Appreciate
course,
you.
anytime. I'm super excited.
So this is it's called Writer's Block Party. It's a podcast on creators being creative. Throw some platforms at you, whether it's TV show, movie, or product, and then from there choose some names that you got to pick from.
All right.
Like make your own adventure.
Cool.
So are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Writer's Block Party Podcast. TV show, movie, product, and the product could be a book. It could be anything in that realm. That's not TV or movie.
Let's do TV show.
Ooh.
TV show.
Let's
Those
do
are
TV
fun.
show.
This is the era of TV. These are great. All right,
It is.
cool. So here's a few titles I stupidly came up with.
Okay.
Rock Bottom, the musical. Thanksgiving with the Hanks. Or Pedro Pan, the Mexican Peter Pan. If I could, I'm Hispanic. I could say that, right?
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah. I
Maybe
can't.
we stay
Oh,
away from
yeah. I think we're out
Maybe
of that one.
that one's just you.
So,
Wow, the
which one do you think would work better?
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go with Rock Bottom the musical.
Just good choice.
I'm liking that. I like that one a lot.
So,
That's a good one.
this is where we get creative. All right, Rock Bottom, the musical. So, my head was about The Rock, loses everything, just goes to shit, and the only way he can come back to life and everything is a singing career, and he's a musical.
That's funny.
Or it could just change into
I like
something
that.
else. All right. Clearly, he is the the highest paid actor this time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then he just loses it all. We gotta figure out how does he lose it all.
Poor investments.
That's a literal. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Bitcoin.
This is gonna be a groundbreaking
Wow.
episode.
This is a drama.
No, but it's
We're going in drama.
Is it like what's the opposite of ballers? It's like
Fallers because he
Woman.
falls.
Fallers.
what if it's like a Prince and the Pauper type thing where it's like two of The Rock?
Oh, okay, I see that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I just so happen to look like you. How coincidental that these two people,
Yeah.
total strangers, could look so similar. Two people that look like The Rock,
Yeah.
I would watch that movie 2 times.
Yeah. You have like the successful Rock that we know and love
Right.
today,
Yes.
and then you have like
Chubby
you
Rock.
have like the Rock who's been in prison for 15 years, and that's why he's so buff.
Yeah.
So like the Block.
Yeah, he used
Yeah,
to be fat.
The Block.
Yeah.
So he's the Rock
Like-
before the Rock lost his weight because I believe I'm sure before.
Yeah,
he
well,
was,
that's in a movie, right? Central Intelligence. I think
yes.
he was a fat dude first.
Yeah.
And then he like lost.
That was
all
actually
the
funny.
weight.
That was
It
a really, really
good.
funny
I
scene,
enjoyed
yeah.
that movie. I don't know. Maybe not Prince and the Pauper. That's been done.
What if it's like a Freaky Friday situation where like the Rock ends up switching souls with like a homeless person?
With,
All of a
like,
That's
sudden he
rock
wakes
bottom.
up and he's like homeless and fat and gross.
But he has the
And not
golden
The
voice.
Rock.
He's
Yeah.
got the golden voice, so that's how he starts into the musical.
Yeah.
That there's something there.
And then the hilarity obviously ensues when like the homeless person is like being brought like organic chicken and like, you know,
He's
and
asking,
being
like, what's
forced to work out 6 hours a day. Like, what the hell?
and shave for sure. All right, we got to think of his first hit. What's the first song that he's gonna?
Oh, we're starting with songs. Question: is it gonna be live?
could
Is it
be.
gonna be like one of those Grease Live, kind of like ABC produces the Rock musical?
Rock Bottom the
live,
musical. It could be.
where he has to put on fat suit and take off the fat suit, and he's just like lifting up the stage to do set changes himself live, like just like as part of the thing. He's just like, yeah, we don't need this table anymore. He just throws it across the room because he's the Rock.
Yeah.
That could be it. I can see that.
Using him in set changes is kind of funny.
Especially if he's in that fat suit.
Like, you just dim to black, and it's just like him in like a black turtleneck. He walks out and just like, excuse me, and grabs it. Fucking-
Lives the whole set.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. We should tailor it to where it's got that potential to be a live theater piece.
Yeah.
There's more selling points to that, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
rather
look,
than
we have
like
this
yeah.
TV show. Do a few episodes and say, boom, now it's gonna be live.
Yeah. I think eventually it could be adapted into like a live musical.
So you're saying it's more of like series where it's always a musical, like Glee,
I'm
where we
not-
break up into songs. So what is the okay?
Yeah.
Are these original songs?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Are these original songs?
Are they
That would be
songs
amazing if
that
it's his
he
take on them.
redoes like Glee, but like as The Rock, or what's the?
So we gotta figure out. I don't know. I'm just saying The Rock in a fat suit singing some songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Fat
Mamma
suit,
Mia
yeah.
and then Grease and then Les Mis. I don't know. Right now, anything he touches is gold.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God.
That doesn't matter.
it's
Can't go wrong
Yeah.
at this point. We've already got The Rock.
Yeah, basically we could do any song. He
Yeah.
could literally just make up some gibberish garbage, and it would sell higher than any Grammy Award-winning artist because it's The Rock. He would just conquer that. Actually, he has pipes of gold. Like anytime that he ever did like a little song and dance when he was
Has he
doing
done song and
yeah,
dance?
when he did the wrestling stuff. Oh my god! And then when he was on SNL, he's so funny. He did a couple like little
Has he
musical moments.
Does he
Yeah,
has a singing? Has he done any
He
singing?
has
though?
pipes of gold. I hope he's listening to this.
That'd be
I know.
amazing.
That's my dream.
We love you, Dwayne
You're
Johnson.
the best. You're my rock.
I've never heard him sing. I don't
Oh
think.
no!
Yeah.
Everybody pause and just like go
Wasn't
Google
like
The Rock singing anything.
What song do you think would be the best one for him to sing?
Oh.
In the
I've
beginning?
never seen Glee, so I don't know how that.
Well, they take popular songs and
Okay.
just
They just redo them.
they do like their versions of them, and they do them in different styles. Also, hey, you've seen Moana? He sings his own songs in that.
I've never seen Moana.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Go watch Moana.
Coco
But,
fucked me up so much. I'm
oh
scared
my
of
God.
cartoons
Coco
now.
is good.
Coco.
They're
There's a
so
part two.
sad.
Oh, there's a part
No,
two.
I said it fucked me up so bad. I'm
There's
scared
no
of
part two.
cartoons.
That would be so bad if all of a sudden there was just like a Coco 2.
Yeah.
Just like, so they just like kind of threw it in
It'd
there.
be- it'd
What
be-
would it be about?
It'd be Coco Dos, but
Oh,
Coco
Coco Dos!
Dos.
Oh, Coco Dos is good. Oh, that's the song. That's a song that The Rock does. No, what are the songs about though? Are the songs?
The pilot has to be setting up that he's like king of the world, and then at the end of the pilot he has to like crash and burn, so that sets up the entire like
yeah.
he's at rock bottom. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, it's exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah. So okay, we gotta figure out first
So,
what he
It has to be
does.
like, is he really gonna be The Rock, or is it gonna be The Rock playing this like super rich
Or
like
Dwayne-
amazing dude?
Dwayne.
Dwayne Johnson playing the like greatest man alive, which he is, like playing a character similar to who he is,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
and then he like, oh okay,
Do we like the sad sack thing? Because then he's sad sack for like how many episodes? Is the whole first season about like his rise and fall and kind of like the whole of it? Or you know what I mean? Like episode 1 is like maybe the fall.
yeah,
And then maybe it's like him trying to rise up.
trying to rise up, yeah.
And
I
that
think
would crawl
it's like,
back from that rock
yeah.
bottom.
and
He'd be
seeing
crying
life
about it.
from that point of view, which he like. I think it's better for the story if he never has. If he's always kind of been privileged,
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
makes sense, because then like he's introduced to all these different parts of life that he's like, wow.
So we got that. We just gotta finalize how he falls,
Uh-huh.
right, and then how he's gonna come back, and then what songs. So let's put a pin there, because I'd love to learn more about you, Samantha Clay.
Oh, cool.
All right. So, Bitch Please, bowl cut comedy. Tell us about it.
Well, the first web series I ever produced was called Bitch Please Comedy. And it was a lot of fun. It was a really big learning experience. I met a lot of really cool people. That's how I met Ali over here. That's how I met a lot of the friends I have now. That's how I met the guy I'm dating right now.
What?
So it was a really, really, really good. It's very near and dear to my heart. I will say it was a huge learning experience. So now I'm in a new group, Bowl Cut. It's 2 of my girlfriends that I met doing Groundlings, and
Nice.
we're all kind of like right at that top level right before you get to Sunday Company. Of course, it's super competitive and really crazy. We just have been like doing stuff, trying to stay fresh and ready to go for when our names comes up for the next class. And we're doing great. We've been doing some live shows, been doing some videos.
Awesome.
We do improv, kind of do it all. A 3-in-1,
What
if
doesn't
you will.
she do?
What don't I do?
The quadruple threat.
I did have a bowl cut when I grew up, so.
Oh my
that
gosh.
was
I'm obsessed with the 90s. Like bowl cuts, rat tails,
all the works.
all of it. Blues
Nice.
Traveler.
I love Blues Traveler.
Like
So
all of it,
good.
man.
Good memories.
It was so good. The 90s should have lasted forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes we wear
Yeah.
bowl cut wigs, you
So
guys.
you have a few characters on that show, huh?
Yeah, it's I mean, that's kind of the Groundlings' claim to fame is doing characters, writing for characters, sketch. But it's all, even the improv, it's all character based. So it's not really plot driven. It's not like, oh, we're regular people in a weird situation. It's like you come out and you're like, hey, this is so weird, and you just like figure out what the scene is just from like that character, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of wigs. I have like a closet full of wigs.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Favorite character on your bowl cut comedy?
Favorite character on my bowl
that you
cut
play.
comedy? Oh my god.
I have this really dumb character who is like this, and she can't think of words.
That's amazing.
That's like my favorite. She's so easy to do. You can put her in any situation and she's just confused by like hair.
Oh my god. It's so weird.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that. Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
That's great.
Congratulations. Yeah, I can be really stupid. 4 years of college, no big deal.
Good. Rock Bottom the musical.
Okay,
Yes.
we're back.
Rock.
All right.
Bottom.
We need a song.
musical.
We need
musical.
his that defining moment that brings him
How have you
down.
not seen Moana though?
I saw the trailer. I was
It's
like,
on Netflix.
I was like, no, Anna. No.
They made it so easy
I've
for you.
hesitated
What?
1 million times.
Have you not
I've gone
seen it?
past it like.
You haven't seen it either?
I should. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
My goodness.
I said after Coco, I've been so brokenhearted. I can't.
Just to watch
move
Moana.
forward.
Yeah, okay, somebody dies. But that happens in every Disney movie. You should expect that in a Pixar movie or a Disney movie now.
That is a
Everybody
man.
knows that.
That shit
but,
fucks me up.
Just
I'm like,
watch it. And he's good at everything. He can sing.
Yeah.
And you will
Are
see
you
it.
sure
you will
though?
hear
Are
it.
you sure he can sing?
He sings in
Are we
Moana. The
Oh,
Rock
that's
sings
his
in
voice,
Moana.
and that's
Yes, it's his
What?
voice. He also is in his own theme music. When he like comes out, he
Yeah.
comes out into the music, and it's like him, like, and he doesn't rap. He just kind of speaks. But that's all he needs to do with those
Yeah.
pipes of gold.
What kind
Honestly,
of what
he
else
doesn't
could this
have
guy
to
not
have
do?
an amazing voice for
He's
this,
the-
though. Like, what if it's just, like, a realistic story, and he's just, like, even if he's terrible, like me, being like,
What if he can't
I'm
speak?
so sad.
What if he can't speak
One of them
initially in
can't
the first
speak.
part,
Ooh.
and then
A little
then they come
mermaid
back.
situation.
Yeah, that's something. There's a little plot twist right there.
So I kind of feel like we're at a crossroads where we need to decide if we want it to be like, yes, it's a musical, but do we want it to be like realistic, or do we want to go super like, it could even be like I said, Little Mermaid style, like he meets some homeless person on the street and he's not super nice to her and she like puts a curse on him and then the next day he loses it all or whatever.
That seems more realistic in the sense of like
Bad
for the
investments.
plot. Like I think
yeah,
that
because
would
why
work.
would The Rock make bad investments?
Yeah,
Right.
because he if
I
he's
don't know,
as
hookers?
amazing as he is, which he is.
I don't
It
know
has
his
to be
life.
something that's completely out of his
Hookers,
control. Like
drugs.
it has to be like a witch.
I feel
Yeah.
it should be like
Or it has to be,
ridiculous.
like-
We're like, what if he's
That's
a famous actor like The Rock, like
shit.
Dwayne Johnson, and like an extra on set gives him the stink
Oh,
eye,
man.
or like,
and like the next
like
day,
the Oho, like
Like,
the
oh, it's oh.
who is oh? What is this?
Oh, it's like the evil eye.
It's
Oh.
like yeah, like where like they
In Espanol.
in the Spanish
Oh.
culture they you swear that like holy shit no it's real. It's like they
The ojo.
put just this bad negative vibes
Ooh, yeah.
and they just gave you the eye.
You got some
Ooh.
juju.
So it could be.
I like that.
Yeah, that would actually be good.
I
I could.
shouldn't like it. It's a bad thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
You lie.
Yeah, oh.
It's a bad
So
thing.
I don't want the oh.
No.
You don't want the Oho.
Somebody gives him the ojo. He's like
Yeah.
he's like straight up like
They're just
on
jealous
top
of him.
of
They're
yeah.
just,
He's
they're
in
just
Forbes.
fucking
He's
yeah.
in Forbes, the highest paid actor. Beep bop
Yeah.
boop bop boo. And then from there he's like all of a sudden no he's not because somebody like maybe it's like a stand type situation. I'm gonna go with an Eminem thing here for a second. It's a stand type thing where it's like it's a fan that's like keeps like trying to reach out to the Rock and they're like, hey, like will you sign this? It's a elbow pad from when you used to throw your elbow pads into the so specific. Like only
That's a
whatever.
di-
Because
That's
he
a
used to just
diehard
walk on
fan.
stage,
No.
take off his elbow pads, and throw them
Wait,
at people.
can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? He did.
Oh,
This is the thing he used to do. It's a move that whatever. I'm not gonna get into the people's elbow. If I get into the people's elbow right now, the people are gonna be like, "Who is this guy?
This is a
and what is he
wrestling
doing?"
thing, right?
It's a wrestling thing. He would.
Well, what if he's the
person
greatest wrestler in the world?
Oh, he is. He is the. Oh my god.
Show
And he
us
falls
what.
from that world.
Show us how it is.
So he gets in the middle of the ring, and there's a person on the ground in front of him. Takes the elbow pad off, and he throws it, and then he goes like this. And then he runs. It's amazing. He runs back and forth, and then the guy's still not up. Right?
This whole time he's
Why
still
would
down.
he be? And so
He's
finally
really
he's still not up, and then he like comes back, and then by the time he's come back twice, he like goes and elbows this dude in the. Okay, he has to take his elbow pad off because he really wants it to hurt. He doesn't want there to be padding between his
Yeah.
Makes
elbow
sense. That makes
and
sense.
this dude's face. Every once in a while, somebody would sit up and he'd be like, "No, I don't think so," and he'd kick him down, and then he'd do the elbow. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the people's elbow. He's the people's champion. You see? So maybe that's the first song. It's the people's champion.
Yeah. Okay.
Segue.
But I like where you're going with where there's like a deranged fan who like we can go zoom back to 1998 or whatever.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it was.
yeah. And it's like
you see him and he catches
like,
it.
in slow motion.
Yeah.
He catches the elbow pad, and then he like immediately is like, hey, Mr. Rock, and he's like, I know everybody says you suck, but you don't suck. And then he gives him the pad, and then he's like, I'm not gonna have time to sign this kid. I'm the people's champion. Is when he's a heel.
That's
he was
when
a heel
he-
once. But that's
People's
what
champion.
The people's champion.
That's a perfect name for a song, especially in this day and age.
And it's so sad.
The
It's
kid, the
saddest of
kid
songs.
grows up with all this resentment. We could do like also, it's a big thing right now. Flashbacks, like through the whole first season. Like the first episode, we see this dude who's like takes him down, but then throughout the whole season, we're learning this kid's story that leads him to be the villain.
Or the son, like what if The Rock, embarrasses dad, who was a wrestler back in the day, and his son just wants to come back and
Yeah.
They're like
Fight back.
On
they're-
Christmas
oh my
Eve,
God.
he gave his dad the people's elbow.
Yes,
And his
and
dad
then-
came home all sad in his gold
Or what if his
underwear.
dad didn't come home?
Yes.
Not saying The Rock killed him, but what if
No,
He just left. He
No.
went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
It wasn't related. It was just two separate things. They just happened to be
the same night.
at the
That'd be
same
good.
time.
And
Yeah,
he
like
thinks that-
he like people elbowed him, and he was like, I can't believe I jobbed to this guy. And then he like goes and he drinks himself into a stupor, and then he's like walking out of the bar, and he gets hit by a bus.
Yes. Or what if he's in an ice skating rink and he gets hit by a Zamboni, but we call it Jabroni? Because wouldn't The Rock say Jabroni? That was his thing, right? I remember that.
Yeah.
It could be the Jabroni Zambroni.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm lost with all the wrestler stuff. I just know underwear and stuff.
Well,
John
times.
Cena, Hulk Hogan.
This is definitely a wrestling episode.
I mean, you did
With
demonstrate.
the worst guest of any wrestling.
Okay, well, you know
It
what?
kinda
Hold
works
on,
out. That's
hold
the
on.
whole point,
What
though,
do
what
you
you can
know
learn.
about The Rock? If you were to make a couple of songs,
I know.
knowing what you know about The Rock,
His whole span of his career from now,
I
you
feel
know
like
wrestling.
there has to be a song
Yeah.
about the Mummy,
Yeah.
because that was like
I
his
totally
first-
forgot about the
That was
movie.
like his first movie role. Oh, this is when you said the kid, and you have these flashbacks. Maybe there's like also these like mini flashbacks to like moments in The Rock's career that like were milestones that you would be like, but we'd have to like find like a smaller version of The Rock or somebody where you get a young
The
Rock.
Pebble.
Yeah.
Yes, the Pebble. We get a young Rock kind of guy, and maybe a young cousin of his or something that like has a similar whatever. I know his stunt double is one of the American Gladiators, his cousin, but they look very similar.
His legit cousin.
He's like a
Oh,
yeah.
snaps.
Yeah. If we did any like moments in his past that like oh the Mummy or when he did the Tooth Fairy and he was like yeah this seems like a great idea.
I think that would be great too. You could see how the kid, like, his resentment is growing, and then also we could see The Rock growing more and more. Like, I feel like in the
Fucking
pilot,
massive.
he kind of has to, yeah, obviously he has to get more massive, but then, like,
He's still got
also,
to hear kind of breathe.
it has to be kind of a lesson learned. Like, I feel like when we find him, he has to be a little bit of an arrogant
So he gets cocky.
asshole,
He gets
kind
into
of.
it.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So it
So
can't
like
be
maybe
likable
these
Rock.
choices
Yeah.
going through show us those moments that he did take the wrong path, or things that happened to him that hardened him a little bit, or
And then
whatever.
those flashbacks go back. And he's like, oh, that's why.
So wait, they're original songs then. They're original songs.
I think they have to be original songs.
Like
They're
you said,
very
People's
original
Champion
songs.
is a perfect name for that. It also would be catered towards that time in that wrestling match.
Maybe it's a season star style where it's each episode is like its own thing, where it's like, oh, this episode, they're all musical, but maybe like, oh, this is the part where it goes into, oh, this is all wrestling.
Like one could,
so that you could tune out.
It could be like the like one could be called like greed, and then like it's like all about him being greedy, and then he fell for that one. One could be like he's just asshole.
The other question is longevity. Like, how many songs can we write per episode about The Rock? Or after how many episodes of this are we doing? and then how many seasons do we want this to do?
We could do one long.
I mean, like maybe 2-3 seasons.
It could be like a holiday
busy.
special.
I don't know if you've heard, but he's kind of busy. Yeah. So what, like very short seasons, so we can like
we just film it.
Serve on songs.
Film it.
I'm trying to make this reasonable so that if he watches this and he's like, I would make this show,
I would do this.
He commits to it. No pilot, no nothing, just straight to series kind of commitment is what we're looking for. Dwayne.
We need at least 2. Because the first season has to be him struggling, and then the end of the season is him, like, maybe almost getting redemption. Cliffhanger. The second season.
I like that.
Is him, like, I don't know, trying to make amends as he's, like, getting back on his feet.
What's the tone of this show? Is it, like super serious, Empire style?
No. I think it's, like, tongue-in-cheek. Like, it's super sad, but, like...
Does he cheese grin at the camera and stuff? Like, is it, like, fourth wall breaking, knowing that the camera exists kind of situation?
I'm feeling what you're putting down. I see
but kind of, like, making fun of itself. Or, what if the music is in his head?
Mm-hmm. Only
so it's, like, it's, like, very realistic, yeah. But, like, as these musical numbers happen, like... There's, like, dancers, like, dancing through, like, he's walking down Hollywood all sad, and all of a sudden he sees, like, these dancers come out of nowhere, but no one else sees them.
I'm kind of getting, like in 500 Days of Summer when he leaves her house, and, like, just all this, like, you know, crazy things going on, but it's only just him. It goes back to just him.
Because he's a psychopath.
Well, he went through something traumatic.
Oh, I missed it. I missed something.
Isn't there's something like that. Is it Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? Is that what that is? I haven't even seen it, but I feel like people have talked about it.
That goes into musical?
It goes into musical, and I'm pretty sure it's, like, all in her head. It's a story, but then, like, these elaborate musical numbers happen, but, like, it's not, like, in a musical where everyone's involved and participating. It's kind of, like, then it, like, snaps back to reality, and it's, like, I don't know.
Well, if we need 2 seasons, that's a lot of songs we gotta come up with.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
you know,
a
lot of
and
songs.
then maybe it's we go short seasons, you know, like 6 episodes or something. Like
just like a special event.
Keep it, like, short, or like mini-series events type of thing. Longevity-wise, though, you know, I think it's like, we got to consider a schedule.
That's very
That's
true.
the other thing. And also songs, those Flight of the Conchords guys got so tired of doing those songs, I'm sure, after, like...
We'd probably have to hire them, though, because they're fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them is in Moana.
No way. Get the fuck
And
out
it
of
all comes
here.
back
Are you
to
serious?
this.
Yeah.
That was a full circle right
Full
there.
fucking circle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, I got some more questions for you.
Okay.
Unless
right.
you have questions for him.
Unless you have questions for me.
Where'd you get that bird shirt?
Birdshirts.com.
That's not a thing.
I was like, for
Could be,
real?
I don't know.
I was like, I'm about to go there right now
That's not
and
where you
order
bought that
all
shirt
the
from.
bird shirts.
All right. So what is your favorite platform? That's what I was wondering. You got theater, you got film, you got TV, you got improv, stand-up, sketch.
Oh, yes, I
the
do.
nines.
I did. Yeah, I've kind of dabbled in everything. I don't know if I have a favorite platform, though. I guess the one that I tend to go to the most is sketch. I like to break it up. I'm one of those people. I get, like, stir crazy if I stay in one place too often, which is why my hair is really short. I just kept cutting it because I couldn't. Every couple of years, I'm like, going crazy.
That's okay. I get it.
Yeah, I gotta have change. So I like to switch it up. I'm actually working on 2 feature films right now, this is like the first time I'm trying to finish like a full-length feature. And I'm going balls to the wall. One's like a ridiculous comedy, and one is like an epic drama. So
Nice.
I'm like,
let's
see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the one I do the most, the one I'm most comfortable in, is sketch.
Well, with those voices or the characters that you were
Yeah,
showing
I
earlier,
just-
that's
fun.
amazing.
I like to get the joke
There's
out.
short forms here,
Yeah.
and it's like you can go from one to the other. You don't have to keep any sort of character the same or
Totally.
anything. There's no continuity.
And I like producing my own stuff. I like to have my hand in like the creating of it.
Nice.
I'm not a fan of like writing something and then handing it over to someone else to like do their own thing with.
Especially
like,
if you have your own, you have that voice, so you just want to
yeah,
make
I'm
sure
like
it
I already like
resonates.
as I'm writing it, I'm like I know
Yeah.
how I want this to be, you know. So like being a producer is kind of like it's the best of both worlds. I kind of get to be behind camera and in front of camera, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of I'm a control freak, I guess you
Okay.
could say.
You give
Little
good notes,
crazy.
though. You give good
Just
notes,
a little
though.
bit crazy.
You kind of
well,
have to.
thank
You
you.
kind of have to be a little crazy though, like
Yeah.
to like kind of do what we do. There's a little unhingedness to it, you know. Like it's fringe kind of stuff where you have to think of stuff that. Fine, everybody does this. What we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Everybody sits with their friends and they're like, "Oh, these are ideas I'm coming up with." Blah blah blah. But where it comes down to like taking those ideas and then honing that and being like, okay, we can make this better though, and chipping away at it and being like, okay, this is a great idea now, rather than being okay idea.
Yeah. Or also taking a really ridiculous idea and being like, this is amazing.
Beating it to death.
Yeah.
Over. That's what Thoseby was. Most
Like-
of Thoseby was like just this big amalgam of like, well, we're gonna like set up this thing and then we're gonna just beat it to death over and over again. That's mostly what we did. Was just like,
Yeah.
this is something.
Yeah.
What you guys did.
Yeah.
Because that's what sketch is. It's like, all right, you take this concept and you fucking run as
Yeah.
far as you can, as fast as you can, and like go.
I think that's the name of the next song for the Rock Bottom musical.
Go as far as you can.
Fast as you can.
Fast as you can. Because I'm the rock.
That's it. Because he
That's
runs
it.
fucking fast. Like,
What if all the songs are only 3 lines? As far as you can.
Dude,
As fast as you
then-
can. Because I'm the rock. And that's the end of it.
And then he does the eyebrow, and then it goes to commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Set,
it.
like,
That's
yeah.
it. Oh my god, it's so
Got
good.
it.
Most of the show is commercials, so like we still get The Rock on
Yes,
TV,
I love that.
Yes.
but then we like eat up 23 minutes of it with like mostly commercial, and then 7 minutes of it is content, and so it's like just like fast-paced
It's
action for
yes.
7 minutes. And like three-line songs, and so you're like, "Wow, that was amazing!" And you're lost in it. You're so lost in it that you're like, "Oh, that commercial was fun. I kind of want some KFC."
Go fast as you can. As far as you can.
Because I'm the rock.
'Cause I'm the Rock.
And then that's it.
That's it.
And we don't need to hire the Flight of the Conchords guys. This
No, we can do this.
This
This is just us,
This
you
is
guys.
right for us.
All right, next song. We have to somehow like cap up the show, right?
So the finale song. What's the song for the finale? We're gonna spoil the finale right here, right now.
The
Season
finale
2
of the
finale.
season?
I got nothing.
Who else is in the show with him?
Ooh,
is
that's
there
good. We
a
need- gotta
fictional
go into
cast
casting.
of loony characters? Is it also other wrestlers? It's like Mankind and like the Undertaker, but he's always still the Undertaker. Like he never takes up.
He's in the shower, like in the same
And
thing.
he's just like, yeah.
Do you know who the
John Cena,
Undertaker
but
is?
You can't see him.
Samantha, do you know who the Undertaker is?
Kind of. What if when he falls, he like walks by this giant house and it's all like the old wrestlers who like don't have jobs anymore and they're still
Wrestle
wearing their
House.
like underwear.
Wrestle House. That's
They're
another
like
show. Write that down for the next episode.
they're
Wrestle
like
House.
mowing the lawn in their like crazy masks and
Yes.
like
Oh my god.
sparkly
Hey, they're not
panties.
crazy. They're normal masks.
They're very normal ski masks and elbow pads.
It's wrestlers, and maybe there's like a ring in the backyard that they like
Yeah.
toss each other. Oh my god, it's a good set too, because then we could have like a whole dance number in the ring. We
Oh
could have
my god. that'd
several
be amazing.
dance numbers in several rings.
It's gonna be a stretch to get all these wrestlers on board, but
Stretch.
What else are they doing?
Dude,
exactly.
Come on,
That's
they
gotta
probably
talk.
are in a house somewhere right now being like, I wish someone would write a musical freaking pilot about The Rock and then we could be in it. We could be in a house.
Yeah, we're already in a house.
Can you have a second season and change the name of the show?
What, to Wrestle House the musical?
Yeah,
Wrestle House the
from Rock Bottom the musical to Wrestle.
Well, he
Wrestle-
finds out that it's not just about him. Maybe it's
Yeah.
part of the narrative is that he, at the end of season 1, he like loses his ego so much that he's like, it's not even about me. It's not called Rock Bottom the musical anymore. It's called Wrestle House the musical. It's about all
It's
of
about
us.
all of us. He reconnects with all his old friends.
Wrestle House.
Wrestle House.
The
I'm sold.
musical.
I'm sold.
The musical.
Next time on Writer's Block Party. Wrestle!
We could come up with a lot of product to sell with that as well.
That's gonna be on like the network soon.
I think I'm sold with that. I think I really am. I'm really set. How do you feel?
I like it.
I don't know if I'm more excited about
I know.
Rock Bottom
I think-
musical or
I know.
Wrestle House the musical
No,
now.
like-
I feel like I'm like at the
Here's the
toss
thing.
up.
Wrestle House is more of a doable pilot. If
Oh,
we
yeah.
just started with
No.
if we
Dude,
just
yeah.
started with Wrestle
if
House,
anybody watches this
and
right
it was
now,
just a house
they're
of
gonna
like
make that
used up
show.
wrestlers.
Oh, it's a shame that we came up with that so late in the episode. We
I
should
know.
come up with that and be like, let's run with this.
I know.
Well, now we can come back with them and be like, hey, we got these wrestlers lined up.
Because that's more. There's more
Well, maybe-
people. There's
yeah.
more
Yeah.
plot lines.
Maybe when The Rock is sitting in the guest chair, we can have him talk to us about Wrestle House.
I'm just thinking like Desperate Housewives, but with wrestlers
Oh, yeah.
in the
Yes.
house. Total, that's perfect.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel?
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do
This
you
was
feel?
fun.
Again, I don't know, man. I want to keep going so we could talk about Wrestle House more. But it doesn't matter what I want.
We went as far as we could, as fast as we could. Wrestle House.
Done. That's it. That's it. That's it. That was another episode of Writers Block Party Podcast. Thanks for watching and or listening. You can find more at writersblockparty.com, PRTY, or on Instagram and all the other social medias at Writers Block Party, PRTY. Thank you to Samantha Clay, the amazing, the funny, the wonderful,
Thank you.
the beautiful,
Thank
the
you.
amazing.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh. Find me at Samantha Clay, Facebook, Instagram. Actually, I think my Instagram's Clay Samantha. Because I switch it up. Because I'm crazy like that. Oh, my necklace is by Treasures by Linnell. And she's on Etsy and on Instagram.
This is true. These are
It's great. I love my spoons. They're so amazing.
Treasures by Linnell.
Treasures by Linnell.
I love it.
Hawking shit.
I actually could use some
Left and right.
spoons because I just got this new product. It's called Power Up. It's by this awesome company called Earthsome.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the proper spoon to mix it and drink it with. I think I'm going to do a dual.
Yeah, you could like
Dual
just, it's
promo.
on your
I
neck
think-
already. You just stir
Yeah,
and
it's
then you
amazing.
drink.
And then you have all the energy that you need from these 12 nutrients from earthsomeshop.com. Earthsomeshop.com.
Earthsomeshop.com.
Power Up the natural way.
Earthsomeshop.com.
I think they're going to want to hire you
Some
for your
there.
voice.
Seriously, it's like one of those like
Earthsomeshop.com.
those 900 numbers
does.
where it's like
Ah.
earthsomeshop.com.
Do you like 12 different healthy ingredients? Do you like energy? Me too. Go to earthsomeshop.com. Exciting.
Power Up.
Power up.
That's a wrap. That's perfect.
They can't pay for better advertising.
Yeah.
couldn't.
I mean,
No, that was perfect.
that time it's free. Guys. That one time.